So it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I just completed my fourth trimester at Midwestern Baptist Theological Seminary. I'm very excited and very thankful and very tired. There are trimesters at Midwestern. I mean, the way that I study in my program. And there's a minimum of 6 trimesters for my degree. I'm probably going to do more than 6 because I'm in no hurry. I'm studying for a Doctor of Ministry theology degree. And I just turned in my work for the 4th trimester. And I wanted to share my excitement, even though I don't sound like it. I'm super tired. I have to go to work in the morning. But I'm super excited to have completed my my work for the trimester. It's been a difficult and exciting 3.5 months or so. I got injured in the middle of it, and that almost caused me to not be able to finish the work because I wasn't able to sit or stand for more than about a minute at a time. I'm also talking quieter because I don't want to wake up my family, so I'm trying to keep it down. But I just wanted to share my excitement, and I wanted to share some of the books that I studied this trimester. This was the most amount of work that I've had to do so far, and it was at the deepest level so far. The main theme for this trimester was church revitalization. We were not allowed to begin working on our dissertation yet until we complete at least 4 trimesters of core theology study, and I really like that. That was the main reason I joined this program. I'm going to enjoy writing my dissertation, but I absolutely enjoyed the core theology work so far. And each trimester had a different main topic. Again, this trimester had a main topic of church revitalization. I'll share some books that I purchased. More than half of my books were actually in digital format. I won't be able to share that right now. I also use Logos, Bible software, and I also had access to a lot of digital works through the Midwestern Digital Library, as well as other places online, as well as Logos. But I did want to share a few of the physical books that I studied, that I bought and had in my hand this trimester. And I highly recommend each one of them if you're into theology, if you like church history and development. That was a big part of this trimester's topic. Then I highly recommend these books. The first one I'd like to show you is called The 10 Most Influential Churches of the Past Century. It's a book by Elmer L. I'm going to place links of all of these books at the bottom if you want to take a look for yourself. This does exactly what the title says. It shares about some of the most influential churches in the last 100 years or so. The next one is a church history book called Turning Points. Subtitle Decisive Moments in the History of Christianity, written by Mark A. Noll. This one I studied a little bit this trimester, but I didn't get into it too much. So that's something I'm looking forward to reading in my free time. The next one is 9 Marks of a Healthy Church by none other than Mark Dever. If you've never read a book by Mark Dever, I highly recommend him. This was one of my favorite books this trimester. This one I had to write a book review on and turn in for grading. Maybe I'll share that book review at some point on my channel. This is called Hearers and Doers, A Pastor's Guide to Making Disciples Through Scripture and Doctrine. It's a very fresh approach to discipling believers by using theology, doctrine, the Scripture. Very deep book. Some of the sections required multiple readings because the language is a little bit deep. I really enjoyed this book. The next two books were not really purchased specifically for this trimester, but really for my studying moving forward. One of the things that I was working on improving this trimester for my research paper writing was to learn to be more selective in my commentary selection, my bibliography selection, to identify and to use commentaries and articles and books and sources that are at the top of the list as far as credibility and popularity in academic circles, that is. So I got these two books by this one's by D.A. Carson, and this one is by Tremper Longman. This is the Old Testament Commentary Survey, and this is the New Testament Commentary Survey. And what these books do, these are academic books for students and professors that write works, academic works on theological topics and doctrine. And these will help you, these provide classifications of commentaries. This one provides commentaries with a star system, 1 to 5 stars. This one is more of a long text, a description of what New Testament commentaries should be and how you should select good, credible, acceptable commentaries. So these two were very valuable to me this quarter, this trimester, especially for writing my main research paper. It was a 44-page research paper I wrote on revitalization in the church through efficient and God-honoring teamwork. And these two books were very helpful in improving my commentary and book and article selection for the bibliography. So I highly recommend these. The next three books, or at least the next couple of books, I used them for my research paper this trimester, but they were not part of the required reading. I just got them on my own. This is a quite well-known book called Spiritual Leadership by J. Oswald Sanders. I highly recommend this book. It's a great book. And the last book on my bibliography, and again, I had a lot of digital ones as well, but the last book that I purchased in my hands for my assignment is written by none other than the president of Midwestern Baptist Theological Seminary, Jason K. Allen, and it's a book called Turnaround. It's a book in which he describes the process of revitalizing the institution, Midwestern Baptist Theological Seminary, in the last 10, 11 years. So he shares some things. He shares 10 principles. Here's the subtitle: The Remarkable Story of an Institutional Transformation and the 10 Essential Principles and Practices that Made It Happen. Loved this book, and I highly recommend it. Then I purchased a couple of books that were just recommended in class discussions that had nothing to do with my assignments this trimester, but they sounded like good titles. This is a book by D.A. Carson again, and it's titled Exegetical Fallacies. I'm looking forward to reading that at some point. And this is something I wanted to get for a while. This is a book that talks about the different This is titled Biblical Interpretation. Actually, the full title is Invitation to Biblical Interpretation, and the subtitle is Exploring the Hermeneutical Triad of History, Literature, and Theology. That's a very classic way to look at a scripture passage, to look at the historical background and the literary background and the theological background, and to find a way to bring those three together to get a more accurate meaning and hermeneutical interpretation of the text. So this is called Invitation to Biblical Interpretation, Exploring the Hermeneutical Triad of History, Literature, and Theology. It is written by Andreas Kostenberger. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. And last but not least, most important book is the Bible. This is my Bible. I use the NIV 1984 version. This is a Bible that my wife made a gift to me. It's got my name on there, Florentin. It's leather bound, and I've had this for about 10-15 years now. When I first studied at Moody Theological Seminary for a while, and I kept it since, and I've been using it since. It's marked up all over the place. It's marked up and notes in there. But this is the version. It's my favorite translation, NIV 1984. And if you don't like the NIV 1984, that's okay. Nobody's perfect. Just a little joke there. So anyways, these are some of the books that I used this trimester. There's a whole bunch more that I used in digital format, and maybe at some point I can share some bibliography lists, complete lists of books that I've used for some of my assignments. Before I close the video, here's how I feel tonight. I joined this school. I went to this school for one main reason. I have no professional aspirations or any church promotion aspirations in doing this work. I'm simply doing this because I want to learn, and I want to learn some theology, and I've been doing that, and I've been learning a lot, and I've been learning that I don't know barely anything, and I have a lot to learn. So that's my main reason. So the way that I feel now that my fourth trimester is over, it's kind of a bittersweet feeling. I'm glad that I finished the work for the trimester. It's a feeling of relief. It feels great, but at the same time, it's kind of bittersweet because it's kind of sad because I don't want this to end. I'm starting to see a little foggy, but I'm starting to see the end, the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm about halfway done, and I don't want this to end. So I'm glad that I finished the work for the trimester, but I'm sad that the work is soon coming to an end. But here's the thing. I don't think the work will come to an end. It's just the beginning. It's just scratching the surface. And when I do finish the degree, I'll continue doing research and writing articles, maybe for publications, for journals, and I'll continue studying for the rest of my life, the same way I do with my music. I finished my music degree many, many years ago, but I never stopped learning and advancing and improving myself and performing and studying. So this will be the same way. It's bittersweet. I'm glad to be done with this trimester, but I'm sad to see it go. And I've been enjoying the classmates, the professors. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I wanted to share. I hope my voice is not too quiet. I'm trying not to wake up my family. I hope you can hear me. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Take a look at my list in the comments with the books. And if any of the books interest you, click on the link and maybe get it for yourself on Amazon. Thank you for watching my video. Now I'll have some free time, so maybe I'll make some more guitar videos, some more piano videos. But I've been super busy with studying, so I made mostly shorter videos. Thanks for watching my video. Have a great night. It's 1:15 here, so I'm gonna go to bed. And I'll wake up tomorrow morning and I won't have any homework due. So it's gonna be a good feeling, but also a sad feeling. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. See you later.